Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Bashir. I know it's been a while, but in this video I want to share my first impressions of 2XKO. And this is coming from someone who's a fighting game player. So I've never really played League of Legends. I'm not really invested in the lore, characters, shows, etc. So I'm coming from a perspective of someone who purely plays fighting games, and I want to judge it based on it being a fighting game and see how it stacks up. Like, is it a fighting game that you want to invest your time into? Is it worthy of spending time or money? So this is where I'm coming from. So if you enjoy this kind of videos, please subscribe and let me know in the comment section if you want me to make any guides for this game. So let's start first things first when it comes to the overall visual presentation of the game. I feel like the game looks great. There's a lot of love and care put into the character models, into the animations, to how the game animates, and for me it feels actually like really well thought. I'm someone who's more interested in anime fighting games and the visual design and the over-the-topness of that kind of art style. So I feel like so far, from a design perspective, the characters, the current roster didn't really click with me. From a purely design perspective, I think the only characters that I found catchy, honestly, is Ari and Jinx. And Jinx mostly because of the gameplay. So I feel like the game maybe will grow on me in time, but I hope that there will be more characters released and just see how the game will evolve from that perspective. When it comes to the overall audio and music design of the game, I feel like it's quite lacking actually. Again, it's a personal preference, and for me, I don't like the music decisions and the choices that the game has. For me, I feel like fighting games need to have like some interesting music that's actually catchy. That's just coming from someone who plays Guilty Gear and BlazBlue and Under Night. I really like that kind of music design. So for this game, it feels actually very generic, and I hope that that's something that they can work on. When it comes to the overall audio design of the game, I feel like it still needs some tweaking, because I feel like the sounds of the hits, of the characters, of the audio cues, I feel like it still requires some work. Maybe I have something wrong in my settings and I need to adjust maybe the EQ of the game or the overall balance between the music and the characters and the sound effects, but I feel like it requires some work. When it comes to the overall layout and design of the menu, I'm really happy that they included like a play button. So you want to play the game? Just hit Y, and you're into the game already. So this really eliminates the need of needing to jump like through menus or hoops just to get like to a specific mode. So if you hit Y, so you can do casual, ranked, training, tutorial, combo practice, it's all in there. On the other hand, when you land to the main page and you try to navigate through things like the menus, like the settings, like all these like battle pass, unlocks, etc. For me, I feel like it's designed around being a free-to-play game, to be honest. So I feel like this launcher and the way that it's been laid out, it doesn't really make sense to navigate on an arcade stick. Like, so if I'm using my own arcade stick, for example, it feels kind of cumbersome. To be honest, I hope that this is something that they can tweak. However, the baseline is when I need to jump to a match or a game, I can easily do that. So for me, I'm willing to work around the other aspect. Now let's talk about the gameplay. So far, I feel like the game has a really solid base. The system mechanics are really interesting, and they really remind me of BB Tag. I'm a huge fan of BB Tag, and I really wanted that game to succeed and to have longevity. And for me to see like some of the things being carried into 2XKO, the similarities, especially in terms of the tag mechanics and the system mechanics and the way that combo structure works, that actually makes me really happy. So I'm really excited to delve deeper into the system mechanics and the game. The other thing, with the current roster, every character feels unique, and you don't feel like there's a sense of sameness. And this is something that I feel like plagued some of the more recent games, especially Guilty Gear Strive. So every character now feels unique in terms of the gattlings, the cancels, those things. There are some similarities, however, when you come and you try to compare each character in the current roster, you feel like they feel completely different in terms of their normal moves, specials, etc. And that's something that really makes me feel excited. And I feel like each character feels complete, that you can play. It's a tag game, so definitely 2 versus 2, this is where it's at. But I feel like as a character, each character feels complete and fleshed out. And that's something that I really like, and it adds depth to the game. Movement feels amazing. I really like that there are shortcuts for dashes and etc. And I feel like the movement options in this game will be crazy with time. I really like the tag mechanics, the defensive mechanics so far. I feel like they're fair. This is a tag fighter, so definitely craziness will ensue in time and as people start to discover setups and things. And I've already seen some crazy stuff over like the combos and the blitzcranks and all these setups. So I'm really excited to learn all these things. I just hope that we will get more characters over time, and this is definitely a reality. And for me, as a base roster, I feel like I like Ari, I like Jinx, and I like the guy with the big axe. Sorry, I haven't played enough for me to remember the names of all the characters. So for me, I'm looking forward to see how this game evolves from a gameplay perspective. When it comes to the other aspects of like the monetization, how do you unlock characters, how do you get skins, etc., I haven't really done any research on that topic, and I haven't really been following the games or fighting games in general, to be honest. So I just landed, I put my hands into this game, and I just tried to explore the gameplay aspect. So I'll just try to understand the currencies and how these things works and how much is it gonna cost eventually, and is it really fair, is it really not. But for me, I've always was curious about the idea of having a fighting game that's free to play, just to see how that model will be handled. And for me, I'm okay if the game releases like with a good selection of characters, and then you can unlock the rest as you go at a reasonable price. Because for me, the pricing of buying like a $60 fighting game, then every season pass you have to pay without knowing what are the characters, what are the stages, etc. For me, I feel like that model should really go, because if you play like a game like Guilty Gear, it has like 4 seasons now. So if you paid $60 on launch and then you bought each season pass, it's like a $200 investment, So I'm wondering if 2XKO, we're gonna go like the crazy route where you have to pay a lot of money, or it's gonna be reasonable. What I like so far is there's a decent base roster somehow, and then when you go into training mode or combo practice or etc., you can actually practice with all the characters, and that's something that I really appreciate. It means that you don't really need to lock the character behind. You can try them if you like them. If you're someone who's, again, I'm talking from a perspective of someone who plays fighting games. So if I'm gonna make content and if I'm gonna compete, if I'm gonna get serious, definitely I'm gonna buy all the characters. But let's say you're coming off from a casual fan perspective. Maybe you try a character, you find them that you like them, then okay, I can just buy this character. I don't have to invest money into the whole roster. Maybe I just want to jump and do some things and leave. And for me, I see where this works. I just curious to see how it's gonna pan out for fighting game fans, and in the long run, how much this is gonna cost. When it comes to the netcode, I've played basically 2 to 3 matches so far casual, and for me the netcode feels amazing. Again, currently I live in an area where the internet sucks, to be honest. So for me to see like the rollback netcode works this amazingly, I feel like this game will be doing really well, especially if they maintain this level. What I understood from glimpsing at Twitter and those things, that this game has the rollback netcode and dedicated servers. And this is Riot, so they're like a big company. So definitely they put much attention into rollback netcode. And I think the people who made this game are the people who designed rollback netcode. So for me, playing online, the game feels amazing, to be honest. And that's for me is a key thing that you need to nail, especially in 2025 now. So solid netcode. I feel like the base of the game is good. It's an early access, but I'm gonna call it version 1.0 for now. So as a solid release, I feel like the game is in a good place right now. I just need to play more to understand the balance, how crazy it is, how consistent. A minor gripe that I had also was the performance was a bit finicky. So maybe I just need to adjust my settings. I currently run a Ryzen 730-700X, an RTX 3070 Ti, and 32 gigs of RAM. So I don't think it's really the issue with my computer. I feel like the game needs a bit more optimization, or maybe I need to lower the settings. But then again, this is a fighting game, so I'm expecting it to run 60 FPS out of the spot, so especially you don't want to be dropping combos in the middle of the game. So yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Please let me know if there's anything specific you want me to cover for 2XKO, and let me know in the comments what do you feel about the game so far. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.